Mike, already we have had an opportunity to see you pitch 3 starts already, and everything seems to be improving all along. Last year, you jumped right out with the fastball, the hard slider, and everything. You were successful for a couple of games, and all of a sudden you hit a little wall there for a minute, and it looked like you lost your release point, but now it's back again. That's the good thing about it, and improving all the time. Talk a little bit about your starts as they go along.
Yeah, it's just, I got here last year, got comfortable, and this year I'm a lot more confident. And, when you're confident, it's a lot easier to keep your mechanics.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed one thing, but especially up in Boston, in that 5-inning game that you had, is that the changeup all of a sudden is one pitch that's really come along well for you. Can you show me how you grip your changeup now as opposed to might have been earlier on in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. This is how I used to grip it. It's just a normal 4-seam circle changeup. And, that comes off of these 2 fingers. And every other one of my pitches come off of these 2, my pointer and my middle finger. Right. So I've made a little bit of an adjustment, and I kind of split my fingers a little bit this way. So now the pressure is on these 2, which is just like all of my other pitches. And so I think it's became a lot better for me because of that.
A lot of pitchers that I have seen do the circle change. They put it over on this side of the ball and on the side, and they use more of a 2-seam grip. But you like the 4-seam, huh?
Well, I throw 2 seams and 4 seams. Mm-hmm. Probably about 65% more 4 seams. Yeah. So that's why I throw a 4-seam changeup. And plus, it just feels better in my hand this way.
When you let this pitch go, do you press these 2 fingers together, or you just hold them off to the side?
No, I just hold them. Just hold them off. I've been told before that if you squeeze these fingers together, if you really pinch them when you're throwing, it'll take more velo off. Right. And so it'll be a little bit slower, but I've never had a problem throwing it slower, so I like just having it relaxed and having it come off of these 2 fingers.
Another pitch that looks like it's really coming along well is that you'll call it a cut fastball or your slider.
My slider, yeah. So last year I was throwing, every once in a while I would throw some curveballs, which I hold like this.
Pressure on any finger?
Pressure all on my middle finger. Yeah. All comes off, and I try to spin it 4-seam, just like a fastball, like this. And my harder cut fastball, I hold a little more like this and throw it just like a fastball. Mm-hmm. And so it still spins 4-seam, but at a different angle.
And it comes up. Do you take your hand, it's not behind the ball, do you take it off to the side of the ball when you release it?
When I throw the curveball, I get kind of karate chop-esque, and I get this motion. My slider, I get a little more on the side and just throw it like a fastball. So my hand comes straight down through, but it's cocked a little at an angle. And so it spins this way.
One other thing I've noticed, and quite a few pitchers are doing it in this organization now, is the abbreviated windup. Mm-hmm. You see, I thought when you first came in the organization, you had more of a leg kick than you have right now. How has that really helped you get more command of your pitches?
Yeah, anything personally that I can do to quiet my mechanics down, that there's less motion, it helps me be more consistent. And so, when you have a big leg kick and it's really wild, that'll throw you off when you get down the mound. So I tried to quiet it and, really like abbreviate it so that more consistent.
You turn sideways almost like there's somebody on base all the time.
Right. Yeah, I'm a little angled, and it makes it easier when you go to get your foot placement, because my foot's already about where I'm going to place it. Mm-hmm. So there's no, if I were straight.
Yeah, I'll be the catcher.
And I turn, there's a lot of motion going this way.
Right.
And I'm pitching that way, so why would I make motion going the wrong direction? So I already start this way, so there's less motion, and I can go towards home plate a lot quicker.
I've seen a lot of guys kind of spin off a little bit. Is that all that important in the grand scheme of things? Because it does look like you're staying behind the ball a lot more than you did last year, especially the second half of your start last year. And, really, what does it translate into?
Well, rotational force is something that, for me, definitely creates my velo. But at what point I do it is very important. If I do it, before I release the ball, the command goes out the window. So first I have to really stick my landing and really post on my front leg and then rotate after the pitch has already been thrown. And that's something I worked a lot on this offseason, and I think that's really helped my command.
Good. Well, I want to just say that I love watching you pitch out there now, because I saw where you were at the end of last season, very frustrating and hard to overcome the outcome of those games. But now it seems like you're getting better and better every single time out. and it's really fun to watch you pitch. So at 97 miles an hour, I want to see that mainstay in that rotation too. So good luck to you the rest of the season.